So let's take a look at the second page of the data sheet. Starting with what is called the base part number here, that HK19F, that is basically the part number for this family of parts. The fact that it is -DC refers to the fact that the coil is a DC voltage. And then you'll notice that there's a kind of a gray bar here that extends over here. What that means is that part of the part number, you'd fill in the blank. It could be 3 volts, it could be 5 volts, it could be all the way to 24 volts. But that would be part of the part number. Ours happen to be either 5 volt or 12 volt relays. The sealing has to do with when the component is soldered on a circuit board, if it can actually be submersed into a cleaning fluid. The D says the coil power, which is the same for all of these parts. And 2C are 2 contact sets, and that's a common way of describing a double pole, double throw relay contact. And the other stuff is, for example, if you wanted to have a part that had a reduction of hazardous substances, lead-free. On the bottom are the physical aspects of the relay, and this is important if you ever take ELTN 115 or if you're enrolled in that now. The physical dimensions are what we use to actually create a part in the Eagle library or in your CAD library to define where the pins are located, the diameters of the pins, the spacing between the pins, and the package dimensions. What's important to you probably in this, in all of this, is this wiring diagram. And that shows basically that you've got these pins. It's a little hard to see here. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in the software. But these 2 pins, 1 and 16, are the coil pins, and the rest of the pins are contact pins. We'll take a look at that at the actual lab that we're going to be working on. So that's what I want to kind of go over on the second part of the data sheet for relays. There's another page that has some other information, but this is a lot of information. You start to see very quickly how it can almost be overwhelming how much data there is. But when you're looking at a component that you're specifying for an application, you have to be familiar with all these different aspects of the component before you actually start manufacturing a product with it.